Let it eat! 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 Oh, man. Yeah, he knows too. He's like, yeah, I was letting it eat. Welcome back, wkey. I got some heat for us today. I'm Brother Bennett, and welcome to another episode of An Honest Review. In this series, I'll be using a weapon, talking about its stats, and recommending the best way to build it. Today's weapon of choice is the B36A4, so let's break this weapon down. The B36A4 is one of those rifles that doesn't always get the hype that it deserves. At first glance, it may look like just another mid-tier rifle, but when you start using it and understand its strengths, it becomes a powerhouse in the right hands. It's a weapon that rewards patience, control, and smart positioning, and that's exactly the kind of playstyle that I enjoy highlighting in these reviews. We're going to start everything with a little overview. The B36A4 is built for precision and stability. Unlike some of the faster, flashier weapons in the game, this rifle encourages you to slow down, think about your shots, and position yourself strategically. Its recoil is very predictable, which makes landing follow-up shots much easier than with other rifles that can feel twitchy or inconsistent. One of the things I really like about the B36A4 is how versatile it can be. While it excels in medium to long range engagements, it's not completely useless at closer ranges if you play smart. You have to be aware of your spacing and angles, but once you find your rhythm, the rifle feels smooth and almost effortless. The time to kill is balanced, fast enough to be competitive but slow enough to reward accuracy and positioning. You'll notice that when you're lining up targets and taking your time, this gun dominates mid-range fights, often punishing enemies before they can even react. This is a rifle for players who like control, not chaos, and once you start mastering it, you'll see why it's such a satisfying weapon to use. So for my personal build, I focus on control and precision and sustaining fire. First, the compensated brake on the muzzle keeps vertical recoil in check, which is letting you fire longer bursts without losing control. This makes a noticeable difference in medium range fights where every bullet counts. Next, the heavy extended barrel improves your accuracy at long distances, keeping your bullets straight and making each shot count even when the target is moving, which is very important. While it slightly slows in handling, the payoff in stability and precision is well worth it. Now on the underbarrel, I use the rib Stubby grip. It reduces vertical recoil and makes follow-up shots feel way smoother. When combined with the compensated brake, your shot pattern is extremely consistent, which is key for winning duels at mid-range. For optics, I run the 1x4 sight, which gives you great flexibility. The 1x sight works perfectly for the mid-range fights, and zooming into the 4x obviously helps pick off enemies farther away. Finally, the 36 round magazine. This gives you the extra firepower to hold lanes, support teammates, or even take multiple targets without worrying about reloading mid-fight. It's one of those subtle attachments that really changes how you can play the B36A4 effectively in general. Now let's go over some playstyle and strategy. So with this gun, it thrives when you play patiently. Rushing into fights will almost always get you punished because this rifle rewards deliberate positioning, aim control, and knowledge of the map. A good approach is to find sightlines and hold them. Anticipate enemy movement, control the mid-range, and force opponents into your engagement zone. Burst firing at distance is crucial, so spraying blindly will ruin your accuracy and waste bullets. Treat each shot like it matters because with this gun, it really does. Now in squad play, this rifle works as an anchor weapon. You can cover objectives, support teammates by shutting down lanes, and take control of choke points. It pairs well with faster teammates who can close distance for you while you control mid-range angles. So a key tip is to rotate carefully. Don't get too aggressive, but don't stay static either. Mobility combined with control is what separates a good B36A4 player from an average one. Another strategy is to take high ground when possible. A slightly elevated position allows you to dominate sightlines, punish enemies approaching from below, and make full use of the rifle's precision. Even when you get caught in closer fights, proper aim, pre-positioning, and timing can keep you competitive. You won't outgun SMGs up close, but if you pre-fire, use cover smartly, and or reposition mid-fight, you can still get the kill. The B36A4 rewards situational awareness just as much as mechanical skill, and that's why it feels so balanced and satisfying to use. Performance-wise, the B36A4 is consistent. You know exactly how it will behave when firing, which makes it easier to master than many other rifles that feel inconsistent under pressure. Even in prolonged engagements, it maintains accuracy and bullet velocity, letting you connect shots mid to long range with confidence. Defending positions or holding sightlines feels intuitive with this weapon. You're in control, and that's a rare feeling in the middle of a hectic match. The downside is obvious. It's not meant for aggressive close quarters combat. If someone pushes hard with a faster handling weapon, you're at a disadvantage, but that's the trade-off: slower mobility for pinpoint accuracy. Once you embrace that trade-off, this gun becomes, a precision tool that dominates in the scenarios it's designed for. In my experience, once you master the rhythm of the weapon, it feels more like an extension of your hands. But at the end of the day, it's still not my go-to weapon. So that being said, moving forward. All right, my final thoughts and conclusion. So overall, the B36A4 is a dependable, balanced rifle that rewards patience, positioning, and accuracy. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly reliable, and satisfying to use when you understand how it plays. It excels at controlling the mid-range fights, supporting squads, and punishing mistakes. So if you're not trying to do that, don't use the gun. If you're willing to slow down and play smart, it can be one of the most effective weapons that's at the disposal of your fingertips. Gosh, get it out of your mouth. It's the kind of rifle that grows on you. So the more you play with it, the more you appreciate it. Its strengths, its consistency. There's some things that are a downside to it that we kind of went over. I'd say accuracy at farther ranges drops off, but with all that being said, I'd like to wish you all a lovely evening. Always remember, Christ is King. You guys be sure to stay safe out there, and thanks for tuning in to Brother Bennett, bringing the heat.